Hey, Mom Nation, we are here back again with another Live and Learn. And you're probably thinking, what are all these shows this lady with the black hair does every day in this group? And this one in particular is called Live and Learn. And we are here sometimes twice a month, sometimes once a month. And we are talking with other group members, other mama members in our group that have some wonderful information to share. So either they have tips and tricks on how to life an adult, or they have a skill to share. So the idea for the Live and Learn is that you can walk away from this 20-minute show with lots of information that you can go ahead and use right away, or you can learn a skill that you can use right away. So we have a very important topic on the table today, because who doesn't need insurance, right, Stacy?
That's right.
Welcome, Stacy with Roth and Roth. We are going to talk a little bit about what today? A little bit about auto insurance and umbrella policies. So take it away, my friend. What do we need to know about auto insurance?
So, well, basically, in whatever state you are, you have to have the state minimum. So a lot of the times clients will come and say, I just want, cheapest policy. I just need, the least amount that, I can get just so I can have, what I need to be driving. So that is probably one of the hardest things for me to hear, because my biggest concern is making sure that you're protected. So a lot of the state minimums are so low. And as you guys know, with the cost of vehicles now and how expensive used cars are, brand new cars are, that a lot of the times the state minimums, if you hit the wrong vehicle, you probably will not have enough coverage. And then if that person comes after you, you could be sued. And then if the judge or jury or rules in their favor, I mean, you could have a long time to have to pay back the person that you hit. So we kind of want to make sure you're protected.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point.
But yeah, so I know a lot of times people are like, well, I don't want to, I don't plan on hitting a Ferrari. And I'm like, well, you might not see that many Ferraris or, high expensive vehicles on the road, but I mean, just your standard vehicles now. I mean, we had a couple of clients just purchased brand new Yukons, and they were over $100,000, which, like, people don't realize that $100,000, if you have the state minimum, which in Arizona is 25,000, 50,000, you just hit $100,000 car. You don't even have enough coverage for that vehicle.
So, like you said, what ends up happening is you end up getting sued, and somehow they get paid, right?
Yeah. So, the client can go against their own insurance, but if there are injuries, if there are, extensive damage, and they, want to hire a lawyer, and that lawyer decides, to sue you, I mean, you do have to defend yourself. So definitely want to make sure you have, the right coverage on the auto insurance. And then, you can also protect yourself with an umbrella policy that would protect your autos, your homes. If you have golf carts, motorcycles, ATVs, anything like that, an umbrella is just going to be, it's going to cover everything. So it's kind of starts out at $1 million worth of coverage. And, it's a great way to help protect yourself. And relative for the yearly premiums, I know everyone says, how much is it going to be? So it does depend on how much extra you have. So every umbrella usually comes with your one home, one auto. And most of the time we can, plan on like $150 a year for one auto, one home. And then anything, an extra vehicle, ATV, golf cart, anything else, a boat, a motorcycle, there is additional premium, but let your agent, reach out to me. We can give you a quote. You can see how much it is. And, some people are really surprised how affordable it is to get that extra coverage.
So an umbrella, just so that I'm clear, so an umbrella policy would replace your homeowners and your auto insurance? How does that work? Or is it in addition to?
Sorry. So yeah, it's an addition. So you would have your home and auto policy with certain limits. So if your home policy had 500,000 for personal liability coverage, the home policy would pay that 500,000. And then the umbrella would be an additional. So the umbrella start at 1 million. I have a carrier that we can get up to 10 million, relatively, if you meet all the requirements for that. So, 1 million, 2 million, you basically can determine how much coverage you want. We can quote it up and, we can get you covered for that. So it's always just going to be above and beyond what your auto and home policies have.
Got you. And so an umbrella is for, just so again, I'm clear. So if the debt exceeds your homeowners, then the umbrella would kick in?
Yep, your homeowners or auto. So if you exhaust the limits on your primary policies, which would be if it's, your auto accident, or if it's a home, someone slips and falls, if you have kiddos over and they have a friend over and they get hurt, or swimming pools are big liability factors. So if you have a bunch of people over and someone decides to do something, maybe not make the best decision and gets hurt, they can sue you. And once you exhaust your home policy, you're kind of liable for it. So depending on what they do, you might want to consider that umbrella, because it's a great way to get some extra coverage and help protect yourself.
Absolutely. And I mean, what do you see? Like, do you see this a lot? I feel like we're a pretty litigious society, and so it probably happens all the time.
So luckily I personally don't have a whole lot of experience with these. But if you were to Google, umbrella payouts, umbrella insurance payouts, you can see some really scary numbers and some incidents that have happened. A lot of the time, some of those lawsuits will be regarding like dog bites. If your dog bites someone, or something happens, there's quite a few that you can Google, or people having a party and someone decides to do something. There's a couple like people jumping off the roof into a pool, which always seems to be a good YouTube video until someone gets hurt. So there's a lot of different ones. So I mean, like, yeah, you can Google, umbrella payouts, insurance payouts, and you can see kind of like what they've paid out. But
good to know. Scary stuff.
Yeah.
It's scary being an adult out there in the world. Anything else that you would like to add in terms of auto or umbrella?
The biggest thing I always tell anybody, like my current clients, any clients that are coming to me, if you don't understand something, please ask. I mean, like, there's no dumb question. And I get, oh, this is probably a dumb question. If you truly don't know, I would rather explain it to you and help you understand it, because the worst is when, clients will come to me and they're like, I thought I had this covered, I don't have it. Now I'm playing catch up because I was never really explained it. So the biggest piece of advice is every agent is willing to, talk insurance, and if you have questions, just ask. Like, don't feel stupid, don't feel embarrassed. We've heard just about every single question. And one of my favorite things to do is just to get you to understand what you need, what it does for you, and how it can protect you.
Which is awesome, because insurance is really confusing. I consider myself to be a fairly smart individual, and insurance confuses the crap out of me. Like, I don't know. So I really appreciate that you do that for your clients. It's really nice. I'm sure there are some others out there that are smart people, but are confused by insurance also.
Yes.
So how does our audience get in touch with you if they just have questions, if they do want to start new coverage, or all of that jazz? Where do they get you?
So you can find me on Facebook, Roth and Roth Insurance, Stacy Schwartz. The background that I have is one of the photo pictures that you can find me. You can personal message me, Stacy Schwartz. 309-370-1709 is my direct line. You can call me. Reach out anyhow. On the Live and Learn, I'll type in all of my information in a comment. So if you guys want that, or if you know someone looking, I mean, feel free to share, have them tell me that, you sent me over. I try to, shout out everyone and, thank you for, anybody that sends anyone my way. I try to reach out to you and, let you know that I so appreciate you. But yeah, anyone. And if I'm not licensed in your state, or, I know a ton of insurance agents that I can help you get set up with that do the same exact thing that I do. Work for multiple insurance companies, so I can, find the best rates. You're not stuck with one carrier. But yeah, so just reach out and ask me any questions and try to do my best to get you set up.
Awesome. And I know you're great at consulting. I have not only experienced that myself, but have heard it from so many people. So thank you for being that voice out there. And if anybody has any questions, I'm sure you can just comment on this show also here down below,
Yeah.
and Stacy will circle back to that. So,
Yes.
well, awesome. This has been very informative. I thank you for spending a little bit of time with us.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. I love having our little chats.
I know, me too. Well, we'll see you next time because you're coming back on, right? And we're going to talk about something else.
I will.
All right. Bye, Stace.
Thanks, Katie.